In March 2023, the Gazette toured the Cobban House in Marion in the midst of its historic renovation. In May of this year, we returned. The home was built in 1866, and the Queen Anne Tower was built as an addition in 1890. The property will be used as apartments. Interestingly, the property had been split into apartments about a century ago. We spoke with the pair behind the project, Lexi Thumann and Lucas Howes, about the process of renovating a Civil War era house.
This is actually a sliding door. This will be an entrance to one of the units. We haven't quite finished it, but it's mostly operable, and we were pretty lucky with that. Yeah, so originally, actually, we do have some pictures of it. There was a closet here that extended all the way out, and there was two sets of doors you walked through, and this was just pushed in entirely. So there was clearly like a huge opening for a door, but they weren't even sure there was actually a door there. So we just demoed out the closet, and then we're lucky enough to have this like gigantic sliding door. And you can still see it's still very slightly askew. And it's probably because we actually have just a tiny bit of settling. I've messed with it. It used to be much more skewed. It's like I've messed with it about 6 times, and each time it gets slightly better, and I still can't get the thing to quite, the lock to engage, which is frustrating because if the lock worked, it would be very, very, very cool. But it's nice to work as a front door. We do typically use the porch one as an entrance. This is a little bit more decorative. But yeah, it's a really cool door, so I couldn't hide it like they had.
Like the sliding door, there have been surprises along the way.
Oh my God, did you find this?
Yes,
Are you serious?
just in this, and I just
Oh my God.
yeah, who would have known it was up in here? So
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is gonna save me so much time.
thought about
Because
that.
there's the,
Every time I walk up there, I thought, how much is it going to cost to make
and
that?
it won't even match, yeah.
Right.
Oh my God. So it's like, it's this, there. And there's probably like 6 or 7 more, and we were always one short. And, when that's the case, you can have someone try and recreate it. It's never going to have the same type of stain because it just won't age the same. They're probably, you have to be perfect to nail it. So it generally is going to look a little different. So I'm really happy we found that.
We didn't want it to look like a museum, but more of like little glimpses of the past throughout it.
Like living room for the unit 1. This is also still part of that oldest section of the building. Everyone that comes through does seem to like this. Wasn't in too bad a shape. We did have some minor repairs for it. This was another case where we were really fortunate in the shape it was in, because if it was there was serious damage to it, getting a good repair on it would be impossible. And even if you do, it's not quite going to match what it was. Thing is, this area is going to be tough to show. So this was an extension that was put on, and you can see it's an extension because this is the original brick. And it's going to be a fun task to take off these, it's like a type of glue. But yes, this is the original brick, and we even have windows that attach that room that we were in, which was like a bedroom or closet, to this. All of this wood in here is going to be gone. The joists are going to be gone. Just redoing this whole thing. We actually took the whole roof off and raised it up because the whole roof, when this extension was built, it was built very poorly. The roof was built out of there was like cardboard with like advertisements on it. Yeah. And that was their actual structure, was just like they had disassembled like milk crate boxes and stuff like that. So when we pulled it out, we weren't going to try and recreate what they had done because what they did was not, it didn't make sense to do. This has been about our heaviest work. We had issues with the floor joists above us. The whole ceiling was caving in. Obviously, you can see like the massive damage to this wall back here. There were cabinets previously, and then like I think it was like a plasterboard behind. So no one had really seen this wall in forever. It was an odd kitchen. And then they also had, I don't know. I actually don't know exactly what they did. It was like an oven was just thrown in here, and like a fridge was thrown in here. It did not really like jive as a kitchen. So the plan is to make this a bathroom.
House and Thumann worked with the State Historic Preservation Office on the project. This partnership guided decisions throughout the renovation process.
So their priorities are always going to be significant historical components that can be saved, like that door or like wood floors, the brick for sure. The brick and the windows are like their two big, pretty strict requirements. But yeah, basically anything that can be saved and returned to working condition, we have to, which has been, it's cool because it leads to a lot of really cool, unique features for the property, but it also has required finding really specialized talent for people that can repair that, because it's just a much rarer thing to have to do. Yeah, this is, I think, the coolest part of the house is we have these original doors. All of the hardware is still, it's mostly intact. I mean, I'll have to refinish parts of it, but you try and do as little as possible to not damage the patina or anything like that. The handles and locks, I disassembled like every single one that's in the house. Every lock, I disassembled it and reassembled, like cleaned it out and reassembled it if it was broken by hand. And each of them is, most of them are about 100 years old. They're all original to the house. They're all very intricate. I can't really find copies online.
We've, shown it to a few prospective tenants already, and I mean, they all comment like they love the historic, probably not as obsessed as we are and appreciate it as much, but who knows? I feel like it is a good selling point. Like, you can live in a little piece of history of Marion.